Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. Beautiful souls. Today we are asking about August. We're asking about your August predictions, what is happening for you in August, and I will try and get as much information as I can for you. Now, we have 3 beautiful cards and 3 beautiful crystals to choose from to help to guide you into whichever pile or piles are right for you. And in a moment, in a separate timestamp, which I'll put below with the timestamps for the readings, I will also ask the universe. So welcome everyone, welcome back if you're returning. It is amazing to be connected with you all, and welcome if you are new. So let me show you these cards in more detail. For pile 1, we have the card number 31, Two Spirit, Balance. And we have the Crystal of Angelite. For pile number 2, we have the card number 10, All My Relations, Interconnectedness. And with this, we have the agate slice. It's very beautiful. This is what it's looking like. And for pile 3, we have the card of Summer Activation, card number 22. This is your card, pile 3, and this is sitting with the beautiful aragonite crystal. This is a stunning crystal. So that is aragonite. Okay, beautiful souls. So these are the piles. Now, this is the time in the video to really sit with your intuition, your gut feeling, just see what you're drawn to and take as long as you need. I'm going to leave the video running for a few moments longer, and if you need even longer than that, just press the pause button. Sometimes it's a crystal that's really calling out to you, sometimes it's a card, sometimes it's both. And I'm going to, in a moment, move to the part of the video where we ask the universe. Beautiful souls, I will see you soon, either in the Ask the Universe bit or indeed in the readings. Loads of love. Welcome everyone. We are now going to ask the universe which pile or piles are recommended for today. This is the homepage of my website, and I'm going to ask the universe to reveal the pile. Today we have piles 2 and 3. Beautiful souls, I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. You have the beautiful Angelite crystal and Two Spirit, Balance. This is about a balance of the masculine and the feminine. And really knowing, like embodying that balance. What is happening for my pile 1s in August? May we have predictions or information for August? Okay, you have prayer and mysticism. Very, very interesting energies. This is a card that says that there is something right in front of you that is of real value. It's interesting, like something on your doorstep. And mysticism is suggesting to me that a doorway will open for you. I think a doorway is opening. I don't think you have to go very far for that doorway to open. Okay, let's find out what, let's get some more. I feel we're going to get more. Faith, okay. Look at that. Wow, okay. Let's draw more cards, see what else we are shown for you. You have the card of Rise. Reliable, trustworthy commitment. I think there might be something you are called or you have an opportunity to commit to. I think a door opens for you. I don't think you have to travel for it. I think the door is on the doorstep. It's almost like something that comes, emerges. It's close to home. If any of you have been are requiring healing, I'm seeing like a real amethyst energy coming through here. We've got, look at the gifts being offered to this person. It's like, yeah, I think there is an opening. What else do we have here? Let's see what spirit guide is with you. You have Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. Okay. I think there's an opportunity for you to rise in some way, shape or form. To recover from something, to get something back. You have Winjo, the rune of joy. Wow, maybe you get it's going to be joyful. And you have Gateway, Thurisaz. Thurisaz invites you to stop. It is literally a gateway. It's a pressing the pause button. I wonder if you get to see something that's right around you. If this feels like a reading that is saying there is something to be. It could even be literally. It could even be in front of you, but you haven't seen it. You haven't literally sort of identified it as being amazing, but it is. You haven't identified how joyous it could be. It's almost as if it's revealed to you. Reclaim your power. This is an interesting energy with Panther. Panthers walk in the shadows. They're not afraid to walk in the shadows. Let's just sit with your cards. Have you wondered if you would have to, I don't know, as if you would not be able to find something on your doorstep, and actually suddenly you do, as if, I don't know, maybe you have dreamed of something but thought you would have to go elsewhere or travel for it. Such an interesting energy here for you, Pile 1. May we kindly ask, what is this? What is coming through here? You have the Queen of Cups and Temperance. And you have the birch trees here. Maybe you get peace of mind. Something comes back into balance. You achieve peace of mind. Something that you thought wouldn't work out does work out. Something that you thought, I think there's almost something that you thought you might leave. Something you thought you might need to leave behind. A bit like, you know, when the grass is always greener. It is as if you thought that something wouldn't work and then it does. And I think it's kind of, I think it renews your faith. What is this about? Let's get more information for my beautiful Pile 1s. Justice. Coming back into balance, the Two of Swords. Wow, you've got the Six of Wands, the card of success. You also have the King of Wands. He is the King of Transformation, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Now, my Pile 1s. I think we need to dive a little deeper here. This is something that you kind of, have you been worried about something not working out? You get to rise. It renews your faith. It renews your trust. It validates something for you. I do feel, Pile 1, that there's something deeply, deeply personally transformational in August. Like, I find myself almost wanting to ask you, is there something you have been worrying about? Something that you felt might be closed to you? Because I think it's going to change. It's almost as if there's something that it turns out not to be as difficult as you thought it would be. That's a good way of describing it. Like the King of Wands, he is so powerful. You know, even the dragon, it's like he's got dragon energy in him. The Six of Wands is a card of such success. That there's something about initiating, stepping through a gateway. Almost like, what's that? That lovely book. I think it's Susan Jeffries. You know, feel the fear and do it anyway. It's like biting the bullet. There's something that you can do that is, maybe you've been hesitant or holding yourself back. It's like you can take an ownership of something. Hence the balance and this does relate to both the masculine and the feminine. It's really interesting because in the interpretations for these cards, it acknowledges that Indigenous peoples have always highly, highly respected transgender people and different elements of sexuality. They revere people who naturally embody both the masculine and the feminine. You know, built into their culture is this reverence, this respect. Whereas in Western cultures, you know, we have come a long way, but nevertheless, you know, gay rights have had to be fought for. You know, transgender rights are still, you know, hitting the headlines. And I feel that what we're seeing here, if we think of the symbolism of that and apply that to, you know, because this is a general reading, and apply this, there's something you have been fearful as to whether you could really have it or own it or be it. And I feel you reclaim your power. It's like somehow you step through a gateway. You shift your gaze from feeling like it's out there and you would like it to really being able to own it. Reclaiming your power, literally. I do feel as though it feels like a step into the unknown, though, which is interesting, because I think you have to make a decision about something. Like there is, I think there will be an opportunity, and it's like, do you take it? Do you take that opportunity? Because I also think it involves visibility, being seen, taking an ownership of who you are and what you're doing. So this is something very personal to you. I think some of you also may have it within yourselves, almost like you expect to be criticized for it. Perhaps it is something that makes you very unique, very individual. And I think that there is a fear of being criticized, perhaps, coming through here. And in August, there is an opportunity. It's quite a pivotal turning point for you to be fully out there. And yet, but it is something that's just, the opportunity is it's here and now. It's in front of you. I don't think you have to journey to it. It's it's the present moment. It's who you are. It's owning who you are. If any of you have not had an emotional voice, this could be really owning the present, your emotional presence, your validity. There's a commitment, making a commitment almost to yourself, really just accepting. It's almost as if you accept who you are and what you are desiring, I think then other people revere you. There may actually be a situation in August where something, possibly for some of you, comes to a head, but where you recognise that you are respected and revered. That people genuinely honour you. You may have felt that people wouldn't or people don't, but I think there's validation here. And I don't think you realised that it almost as if it would be really okay to be visible. And so something happens maybe that gives you permission, that hence the opening. There's a duality here, interestingly enough, because on the one hand, I do think there is opportunity, but you also have to sort of choose to make that commitment too. So it's a sort of a personal choice, but I think that there are circumstances, or there is a circumstance in which you can step up and be genuinely visible, literally. You can own something. The wheel turns. You step into your power. You're not held back by something anymore. I mean, this would be, I could describe this a little bit actually, just as an example. You know, I remember the first time I put some readings on YouTube, and because I was still working full-time as a counsellor, I was terrified of what people would think of me, because that, you know, would I be judged and criticised for being too alternative? You know, it takes a long time to feel comfortable with, certainly it's taken me a long time to feel comfortable with being fully myself. You know, and I think in some areas of my life I'm still working at that. You know, maybe it's a lifelong task. But there's something about being out there. You have the Page of Wands. How does August continue to unfold? You have the Ten of Wands. You have the Fool. Okay. You have the Lovers. This is really interesting. Okay, I am really, really loving your reading, the way it's unfolding. You have the Magician, you have the Two of Wands. I am loving the way this is unfolding for you, Pile 1. I am super, super, super loving it. And then you have Temperance showing up again. Okay, in this instance, with Temperance showing up twice, I think there's a lot of courage in this card, actually, in the energy here. Something that has been almost burdensome, like you've been fearful about it. There are so many different scenarios that I could give you that would portray the energy, so I'm going to voice just a few. We have the Lovers in the middle. This might be, literally it could be owning your sexuality for some of you. And August is the month when you actually make a decision to just accept yourself, stop being fearful of what other people think, and just be out there. I think you are received really, really well. But it's like you just get to that point where, do you know what, I'm just going to stand in my own joy because this is who I am. For others, it could be something a bit like me and my tarot cards. It could be really owning something that is you, that you're fearful other people would disapprove of. I think there's been this sense of burden of, I mean, what if you were dating somebody and you thought, well, my family or my friends won't approve of them? And this is like, do you know what? That just doesn't matter. I know what I want. You know what you want. And I think you're prepared to own it. And this is really significant as this is what your message is about for August, or this is what we're being shown. It's hugely significant because you actually make a choice to be completely, fully out there, and you overcome a fear or a sense of either obligation to how you should or shouldn't be, or however that is. You place yourself in a completely open way. And in doing so, of course, you are reclaiming your personal power because you're not being held back by what people think. And this will apply to you in, whatever way is personal to you. It's really, really interesting. I feel as though there has been maybe a sense of either obligation or to something that ultimately has held you back. It may be in your, literally something that you've carried with you for a long time, but this is really saying, I can't be anything other than who I am, and really taking ownership of it. What is joyously gorgeous is that you find the courage to just do that, to be yourself. And you know what? It's like the magic emerges. It's like stepping through this gateway to a new future where I almost feel as though it's like you get blessed. It's almost a bit like I want to call it almost like a baptism of fire, but it's not, because you make a personal choice. This is the point, that you make a personal choice to to completely own who you are and say how it is. And you know what? If anything, it's liberating. There's a liberatedness about this. It's a liberation and an empowerment. When you really stand in your own truth, Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, because you know who you are, you know where you are, and some sort of fear is overcome in doing it, about doing this. And what is rather lovely is I actually think it's extremely well received. That's what's joyous. I don't think you have been expecting to be received well, or it might even be for some of you saying no to somebody and you've never said no. You'd be surprised. It feels like you're taking a risk in embracing your fundamental integrity and transparency. And my goodness me, it pays off. It completely pays off. And there will be an opportunity here for you to do that. However that lands, however the opening arrives, there will be an opportunity for you to do that. I'm not sure how that will arrive, but I think you will each know what it means, because it's something that's deeply personal to you, and it's high time to joyously, literally joyously, take full ownership of who you are in this particular way. And this is your reading, pile 1. This is the energy, the message that's coming through for you for August. I mean, this is blowing me away. It's absolutely beautiful, because whatever this means for you, it then moves on and brings you, well, it turns the wheel. It brings you prosperity. It's literally that you can birth. You can now birth a different life, a different future, because of this ownership. Wow, pile 1, this is amazing. Beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being here. Do keep me posted in the comments. I love to hear what's happening in your worlds. I am sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting the channel. Thank you all of you who do give back in the super thanks, and who are members. I am so appreciative. Thank you so much. And if you are new to the channel and you would like to make sure you never miss a reading, don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon. Loads and loads of love. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. This actually feels rather lovely. Now we're asking about August. What's happening in August for you? But it really does feel as though there is a sense of, gosh, interconnectedness. I mean, this is what this card is about, understanding that we are all connected, we are all related. But I haven't drawn any cards, and yet there is this really beautiful energy of bondedness. That's what's coming through here. Now, it could be that this is some kind of relationship reading that's coming through, showing you something. You have mysticism. Okay, now this is about overcoming fears. You have renewal. And you have creation. Wow, you're in a pretty amazing place, I'm going to say, in August. Your energy, or I feel like there's an energy shift in August for you. How that pans out, I do not know, but let's find out. You have Rise. Beautiful card, beautiful energy. Okay. And there you have Cat Spirit. Claim your independence. Now that's a curious card to get in terms of also interconnectedness, because this is about recognizing everything is connected. We are all connected. Everything that we do has an impact on everybody else, everything else, and vice versa. Claim your independence. Reliable, trustworthy commitment. I wonder if some of you might even have a renewal of, like, if you're in a relationship and it's become a little bit stale, or it has felt like it's not really going anywhere, I think you could have a renewal of vows, a renewal of a connection to something. In fact, I think there is a renewal. I think that's partly what we're being shown here, my beautiful pile twos. I think there is a renewed connection to something or someone. Now, whether this is a creative endeavour, so something that you were doing that kind of got shelved or it got sidelined. It could be a friendship, it could be your spiritual pathway. If you got really busy, there's a renewal and a reconnection to something. It could be something, that you just put to one side because the world took over. Kano, the rune of openings. And, Algis, the rune of protection. Okay, now Algis speaks of like taking right action. Look at the book opening for you. I feel like you'll be given direction. This card can indicate sort of signals, signs, synchronicities. And this is a beautiful rune. It literally is directions being opened for you, a doorway. For some of you, you could be stepping up into a position of leadership, rising, claiming your own sovereignty, but you're claiming sovereignty with an awareness of the whole. Yeah, I feel there's a renewal of vows, a renewal. You may even feel very refreshed if you've had some time away from something. This is coming back to it with fresh eyes. You have the Page of Pentacles, which is a card of such beautiful promise. Oh, and then the King of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you come back to something. It's like a commitment. You recommit, or you start a fresh chapter, or you pick something up that you had shelved, or you re-establish your pathway, or literally your connectedness. If you've been feeling very discombobulated, you might be feeling very, very thrilled to hear that in August, I think you start to be able to find your way again. You have the 10 of Wands and then the 4 of Wands. I think there's a renewed commitment. Now, the 10 of Wands, very interesting. Look at the way look how he is guided here. He's walking he is completely blindfolded, and yet he is walking on these posts one at a time. It's almost like a bit like those sort of almost like escape games where you have to do certain things. But can you see they are all lit up by runic symbols? Every single step you will be guided, but it is about commitment to something. The 4 of Wands is also a card of commitment, sometimes a celebration of a marriage even. Every step of the way. Now, what is it that you are recommitting to? What are you recommitting to? Maybe you have been fearful of committing previously, but you certainly do now. You have the 8 of Pentacles. I'm seeing you genuinely. Well, this feels like a really solidly everyday life kind of reading where you make you recommit to something, and do you know what? You stick to it. You may not even know if it's going to work out, but it's got this really underlying sense of like just knowing it'll be okay, knowing that you can do this. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Love that energy. It's really interesting because I always feel like I look at this card, it's the card of the Knight of Pentacles, yet it always makes me think of the Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands has a fiery energy and we've got a dragon here. I think things will move forwards. Oh, look at this. You have the stag showing up here. Algis, protection, the sun, rising, leadership. Wow. Right. Whatever it is that you have, that you make a commitment to, and I think it is, for most of you, it will be something like, it could be a person, for many of you it's a project, or a working commitment, but I want to say that whatever you commit to, I think you will be able to see it through, and I think it will grow. It will grow from strength to strength to strength. Literally, it's like signs, signals, synchronicities. Now, it will be unique to you. I do feel some of you may have a wobble around it with mysticism. It may be that some of you are feeling like, can I really risk this? If I really commit to this, will it actually happen? I think it will. There's a recommitment to something. A re-establishment is coming through to something. You have the Knight of Wands. See, I thought I had the energy of the Knight of Wands coming through. And what do we have? The Knight of Wands showing up for you. You have the Emperor. Wow. You have the Seven of Cups. Look at this dragon hoarding the gold. Wow. Leadership coming through. Beautiful souls. At the time of doing this reading, it is July. Now, if there is something that you have been hesitant to commit to, or you have put it to one side just because life and the universe has happened, or you lost a bit of faith in it, there's a renewed commitment to some element of your pathway, whatever that may be. It will be unique to you, but my goodness me, August is the month to recommit, because it's like take charge of what you are wanting to manifest and fully commit to it, because the universe is really acting in your, it's like the universe has your back. The universe is working with you actively. Look at this. You have another stag showing up in the World card. You have the Devil. In this instance with the Devil, and the Devil has many representations. I think this is something you really desire. Yeah, you have the Five of Swords. Ooh. This is very, very interesting. We may draw some more cards as well from another deck. I am following through with this for you, my beautiful pile twos. I think this has more than one meaning here for you. Something you desire. I think that if you commit to something you desire, a pathway forwards, I think it can come through. Now, the Five of Swords, even if it feels as though there's like an unfair, like an unfair advantage, or that you are in a disadvantaged position, I think the energy is completely amazing to support you in making this possible. There's something of overcoming your fears here. May we kindly ask, what is the fear about? Maybe you get to cut the cords of the fear. It's almost like fear of being disadvantaged, or as if somebody else, or it's like having to make a difficult decision. Maybe ask about the Five of Swords. What is the Five of Swords about? May I kindly ask that about that card, please? Generosity. If you have been feeling like... See, I think this is telling us about why you had put something to one side. I feel as though you had almost like not exactly either lost faith or lost trust in its ability to manifest. Maybe you had some, challenges or disappointments, or felt as though it was a dream that was always just out of your reach. But this is really different. Something very magical, I think, happens to offer you or to show you. It would be like signs and signals and synchronicities showing you that this is possible. Maybe even some resources or money come to you. And you think, yeah, I can go ahead with this. Maybe you even generate some money in some way to invest in something that you want to do. Like, what if you were writing a book and you send a proposal out to someone and they say yes and they give you an advance? And it's like, wow, this is something I really wanted, and suddenly you can. Like, it's like it's something that you felt was out of your reach, or has always been just out of your reach, a dream that you wanted but you couldn't quite attain it. This moves forwards in August. May we kindly have more information as well about the energy? Okay, so you have the eight of Cups and the Lovers. For some of you, this could be love. It could be love. Perhaps you've been looking for the right connection. It could be the right person, the right... In fact, I think that's what we're being shown here. I think it is looking for the right person to work with a project, or the right people, or the right community group, or the right love, or the right timing of something. There's a commitment here. And I think it is connected to finding the right person, people. Some of you, I think, have just had really bad experiences where people have treated you badly. They've thrown you a curveball. Maybe they have treated you very unfairly. And actually, this is either someone or a group of people or a circumstance that arrives that I think it is fair, and it allows you to you can make a commitment. There are enough signs, like when you meet somebody and you can get red flags and sometimes you ignore them. Well, this is the opposite. This is meeting somebody and there's green flag after green flag after green flag. And in the end, you're like, you know what, I'm just going to commit to this. This is looking good. And it proves that this is possible. You rise, you can be supported. There's something of you that is supported in this, though, as well, my beautiful pile twos. We have the 10 of Wands. Now, this could mean that you're stepping into a position of responsibility, but I think you embrace it. With the Hierophant, you have the 10 of Wands, the Hierophant, the Knight of Cups. Again, this is another card of commitment, of marriage, of connection. Maybe you have to iron things out a little bit in terms of, we have the 6 of Swords. You might need to iron out some of the details, as it were. But I think this is really lovely, pile 2. This is about a commitment, and it's about either working with the right person, renewing your vows, renewing some element of your pathway. Something is given to you, and it's like you get confirmations. So really listen to the signs, the signals, the synchronicities, because I think you get a really strong confirmation that I think there's a fear for you of being burdened or making a commitment to something that might not work out. Okay, that is the fear that I think you are dealing with, and I think that's probably at the time of doing this reading. I'm doing this reading in July, ahead of time. I think you are probably fearful of making a mistake, but it's not even making a mistake. Basically, I think you're fearful of being taken advantage of in some way, shape or form, because you've probably had relationships before where you were taken advantage of. Actually, I think you're going to get a very clear indication that this is different, like an act of generosity, an offer. I think this is absolutely, this is what's going to happen. You get a confirmation of something, so it's two-way. It's an interconnectedness. It's a two-way thing. You're validated, but I think it's a two-way connection. There is, I'm waffling away here, I feel, but there's a commitment. I apologise, but this is what I'm seeing. And I'm sorry you've definitely had some bad experiences. It's left you feeling fearful, but this is overcoming those fears, and you get something that confirms that this is going to be, it's going to be genuine, it's going to be real. So your fears get alleviated. You can then make the choice, because it is your choice to make, you can then make the choice to commit, feeling solid and good about it, because there's enough, there's enough green flags, there's enough evidence to show that this would be the right way forwards. Now, I don't know what this will be about in your world, but whether it is a creative project, or it's a relationship, or it's joining a group, or whatever it might be, moving house, it could be it'll be personal to you. But however this is, your fears are shown to be not ungrounded, but yeah, you get confirmation of green flags rather than red ones. That's the best way I can describe it. My beautiful pile 2, I'm really thrilled for you, truly, truly thrilled. It feels like you really deserve this after having some circumstances that have not been so good. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you the biggest hug ever. Keep me posted. I'd really love to hear how this unfolds. I'm sending you all the love in the world. Don't forget to subscribe, press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never miss a reading. And thank you all so much, all of you who are members here, and all of you who are supporting the channel in, all the ways that you do: subscribing, sharing, liking, being members, giving back through the super thanks. Everything that you do really, really helps the channel. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have the card of summer, which if you're in the Northern Hemisphere is very appropriate to August, because this is where we are. In summer, activation. This is all about going for your goals. What are we being shown for pile 3? Complacency. Wow, in August you have trickery. And I'm seeing this one as well, completion. Okay, very interesting energy, or energies. I think we will draw more cards before I say too much. Buried within, trusting, intuition and dreams. What's interesting with trickery? Bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. That's a beautiful energy. Really, really beautiful. I think August is going to be very transformational for you, my beautiful pile 3s. Yeah, you have Degas, the rune of breakthrough, and and Fehu. Fehu is about nourishment, possessions, ambitions being fulfilled sometimes. Look how we have here a squirrel. And there we have a squirrel with an acorn. And the dragon has a giant acorn. And the squirrel has, I think, a little one. And we've got squirrels. Squirrels work, but they have a lot of fun while they're doing it. But it's very, very interesting because there is a story behind this card. This feels like a huge kind of, I don't know, self-realization about something. You know, that breakthrough moment, that light bulb moment, that rebirth, when you open your eyes, you see something. Look how the bat eyes are open, the owl's eyes are closed. But owls see in the dark, so do bats. It's like you see something. Your eyes are opened. It may be that your eyes are opened to your own potential. I mean, trickery kind of says we can't take shortcuts. We can't fool somebody. Like the story of trickery is like this little squirrel basically sees that the dragon has one giant amazing acorn and he really, really, really wants it. So he tries to convince the dragon that he can trade a big basket of acorns for the giant one. But actually, instead of filling the basket with lots of acorns, because the dragon says yes, he fills it with stones and pebbles and just covers the surface layer with acorns buried within. It's like there's something beneath the surface. Maybe something beneath the surface that has stopped you from owning your dreams. Stopped you from really being able to like do it now. Is there an ambition or something that you want to do, or you've always wanted to do it, and you've kept it buried within? You have never allowed yourself to do it. The story of complacency is of somebody discovering that her parents had this incredible dream. And when they pass over, she realizes that they had ample funds to live their dream, but they never did. It's kind of like, well, why? Why wouldn't you go for it? There's something here about doing something and not leaving it till it's too late. And this is the breakthrough moment. A rebirth is assured. Fehu, possessions, nourishments, ambitions fulfilled. I think August is going to be very interesting for you, because I think there is something that you could go for that is an ambition or something that you really have desired. And it's almost like, I don't know whether you get permission or the breakthrough moment comes. You stop deluding yourself and you say, do you know what, I really want that, I'm going for it. You acknowledge what you really want and you go for it. Let's get more information. Wow. You have the King of Wands. Oh my goodness me, I think you do go for it, and you have the Fool. Now, I don't know what this is. This ambition, this desire, this dream, there's something you really want, the opportunity. But I think there's an opportunity to dive in, literally. Eyes wide open, just do it. I think there really is. It's like not letting that opportunity pass you by. You've got the Lovers. For some of you, this will be love. Now, it may not be a relationship for some of you, but I think for some of you it will be. I'm hearing summer love. This would be just diving in, going for it, something you've always wanted. The card of the Lovers is ultimately a card of choice. It's about making those choices, making the right choice for you, being discerning. The Six of Wands that you have next is the card of success. Okay. Oh, and you have the Star. My goodness me. Then you have the Nine of Wands, which feels like, here you are, have the courage to do this. I feel that there will be, this is what I feel the cards are showing us, there will be an opportunity to really dive into something, my beautiful pile threes, to take a risk. For some of you, it is love. It's a relationship. It's to really dive in and go for it. This would be one of those, if you didn't do it, it would be the one that got away, as it were. Or if you didn't do it, you might regret it. Now, no reading will ever tell you what to do. It is entirely up to you. You have conscious free will and choice. But actually, your reading is suggesting that this is a risk worth taking. I mean, you have the Star. I can see it raises fears for you. But you'll love it. You've got the Queen of Cups. I think the universe delivers you something. And I think it's something you really, really desire. You have desired it for a long time. And this is about taking a real ownership. There's no shortcuts either to this, because I think it's the real deal. You know, it's not like a big acorn that looks gorgeous and then you try and trade it for something else. I think it's the real deal. Let's just check in and draw some more cards. But I feel this is really, yeah, why wouldn't you? It's a desire. It's like the one, yeah, it's like the one ambition that you've never really, really owned. The thing you really want, but that you don't almost allow yourself to allow yourself to believe you can have it, but you can. There's an opportunity to go for it, I think, or at least to own it. Well, I think it's more than ownership. You've got the Two of Pentacles. You've got the Tower. You've got the Three of Cups. In a funny way, I think the universe might deliver a circumstance that says, you got to go for it. You got to go for it. You've got the Ace of Wands. Wow, you got to go for it. And you get the Six of Wands again. The success is mind-blowing. And then you have the Page of Cups. Oh my goodness me, I think we have room for another card. And there it's just falling out. And you have the Eight of Wands. Right. I think August is going to be an amazing month for you. However, I will say that you may feel a little bit nervous about it. Because I just feel there is a breakthrough moment. And this is a change, literally a breakthrough. This would be like if you've been single for years and years and years, and you've always wanted to fall in love, and you meet somebody, and then you're terrified about, what if this person isn't who they say they are? It all looks amazing, looks like this gigantic, great acorn. But actually, what if it's a basket of stones with just a few acorns that look pretty on the top? There's fear here around this. But you have the means and the ability and the circumstances and the money and the situation, whatever this is for you, you have what it takes to go for it. Don't hold back. This is what your reading is saying. And obviously, as I said, conscious free will and choice. You can do whatever you want. But your reading, pile 3, is suggesting that this would end up feeling like the one that got away, that you could reach the end of your life and feel like you'd missed out, or you hadn't really been known or seen for who you really were. Something hadn't been quite fulfilled. Even the completion card, I mean, it's a beautiful card because it's about someone who passed over, but he'd done lots of things in his life, but he was only ever recognized or seen through one lens. You have an opportunity to be really, really seen, to be seen through a much bigger lens. And I think this really is the opportunity of a lifetime. For many, it's love. And if this is love, you will be seen by this person for who you really are. If it's not love, if it's not relationship, or if you're really happily single, or indeed if you are in an existing relationship, it could be that relationship ups its game significantly, finds a new chapter. But if it's not connected to relationship, this is something that you will love. And it really brings success, visibility. But the way it arrives, it feels like it's quite a radical change. Like in this card of complacency, she realized she knew her parents had always wanted to move to Florida. And then she discovers they always had the means to do it, but they never took the risk. I think you have the means to take the risk. And I think the circumstances are going to present themselves for that ambition to be fulfilled and to be satisfied. The breakthrough moment comes. A rebirth is assured. And even though you may feel a little bit anxious, have the courage to go for it here. It's so loaded with promise. Pile 3. Yeah, I think for many this is love, but it will be love of something. It's definitely an ambition for you. It's something you want to be remembered for as well, for some of you. Perhaps you want to be remembered as somebody who had a really beautiful relationship. This is reminding me of, it's at the beginning of the film The Notebook. And the very opening kind of lines are, so you see somebody who's in an old people's home, and he says, I won't be remembered for, being prime minister, or, well, anyway, he just says, I won't be remembered for lots of great things, but actually, I have loved another with all my heart, and that is good enough for me. It's like that was his ultimate ambition, his greatest desire, and he fulfilled it. And so, yes, this is about something that you might also be remembered for, that you had a beautiful marriage, or you had, but if it's not relationship, it will be something that you do take a risk, or it feels like you're leaping in, you have the means to do so, and you can be remembered for it. That's what's really coming through. And wow, I mean, whatever that is, summer activation, go for it. A rebirth is assured. Pile 3, I'm so blown away by your reading. It's untrue. Beautiful souls. Do keep me posted through August. Let me know in the comments as the month unfolds. I do read your comments. Thank you so much. I can't reply to them all, but I love reading about your world. And some of you, your worlds have been unfolding in the most extraordinary ways. So thank you so much for sharing your stories. Beautiful souls, loads and loads and loads of love. Don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never, ever, ever miss a reading. And beautiful souls, I will look forward to seeing you for some other readings really, really soon.